Gentlemen, ladies, and anyone in between, I welcome you all, and today we're going to have ourselves a little bit of fun discussing in detail every brand spanking new set to debut in 2020 release from Shimano that is coming to the United States. So we're going to go over what they are, some of their specs, their pricing, and with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to jump in with the big boy, the Stellas SWC. In 2020, we're going to be getting 6 new sizes, starting with the little 12.5 ounce 4,000 size, going all the way up to their granddaddy, the 30,000 size. Now, for you guys that are chasing some big pelagics, I'm not sure if you've ever seen the 30,000 in person. It's a monster. I've fished 20Ks, I've fished 18Ks, I've had a couple 8,000s, and I'm eyeballing the 14,000 myself. But the 30,000 is truly a monster. Comes in almost 40 plus ounces spooled. You can it's basically a Tiagra 50 with a in egg beater form. And yeah, in my waters, I'm not seeing a use for the 30,000s, but I can definitely see you guys that are really putting a lot of heat on some of the bigger pelagics using that 30K. 18 and 20s are very common around here, especially when some of the giants are around. 14,000 is the size that everybody's using in the canal. 8 and 10 is kind of a heavy use inshore and medium to light duty tuna up to, I'd say, 250 pounds is about as big as you want to go using 60-pound braid because you only get about 300 yards on it. And the 6,000, which is what I'm most excited about, comes in at right around 15 ounces, which is a sweet spot of mine. I love that size for inshore, nearshore, and surf. 30, get about 280 yards of 40-pound braid, 300 yards of 30. Gives you enough headroom so that way when you make a 100-plus yard cast, the arbor of line doesn't melt so deep that for the remaining 50 yards, it's slapping against the spool lip, which is killing your distance. And it's worth noting that in 2020, Shimano took the parallel reel foot and scrapped it in favor of a more traditional line that gives you more fluid line flow between the spool and the first guide, which reduces line slap. And occasionally, depending on the rod layout, you would get a weird twang as the rotor turns and the position in which the braided line hits on the ring of the guide switches. You can actually feel that thwack, and it looks like with the SWC and some of the new saltwater reels that are set to debut, they're going back to a more traditional reel stem design. So that pretty much covers everything for the new Stellas. Looking forward to seeing how they perform in the wild. I've always been a Stella fan. Now, moving right along, let's go ahead and discuss the brand spanking new, soon to debut, 2020 Shimano Twinpower FD. The US market will be getting the 1000, the 2500, the 3000 XG, the 4000 XG, and the 5000 XG. Now, in the past, if you followed me for a while, you've seen me go over the Stratic FL, which I have deemed the best spinning reel under $400. And this, the brand spanking new Twinpower, is going to be carrying the torch in that $400 price range because all the models will be ranging between $400 and $420. You'll be getting all the goodies that make up the Stratic FL and make it so good. You'll be getting a long stroke spool, you get the silent drive, the micromodule gearing, plus you'll be getting a carbon composite CI4 body that holds the guts versus the standard graphite that Shimano uses in Stratic. And you'll be getting an MGL rotor in the smallest sized 1000 Twinpower and aluminum rotors in the larger sizes. You'll also be getting a titanium spool lip. So all those things combined, you get Stella FJ for the most part. I think the Stella FJ may just be giving you some gear enhancement and some ball bearings. I don't know. So it's getting pretty competitive within Shimano's own lineup. And I'm pretty excited to see how this stacks up against the Daiwa Certate, which was my pick in that $400 price range. It's now got some competition. There's something to be said about how Shimano handles and manages line, how smooth they feel, how great they cast. The monocoque body Daiwas are absolutely brilliant. I'm very interested to fish the brand spanking new Twinpower versus the 2019 Certate, because that's going to be fun. That's going to be a good shootout. Now, last and certainly not least in the reel department, we have what I would consider to be the most anticipated, the most gushed over, the most drooled on debut of this year, the brand spanking new 2020 Metanium MGL coming stateside at $420, available in both left and right hand retrieve, and 3 gear ratios ranging from 6.2 to 1, 7.1 to 1, and 8.1 to 1. This brass on brass geared beauty is packing a magnesium frame in both the cage and the handle side plate. It's packing an MGL3 spool, which is both fairly shallow and lightweight. It'll still give you that 90 yard or 14 pound test mono capacity. It's got an 11 pound drag, 10 ball bearings and a roller clutch, and it comes in at right around 6.5 ounces. Guys, this would be one of the most popular high-end bait casting reels of 2020. And this is on the short list of reels that I must have. I really want to give the MGL3 spool a go. Not only that, I was a huge fan of the Bantam MGL, and this reel borrows quite a bit of that design philosophy. It has the cage, the frame, as close to being all one unit as possible. And I get it. In the past, I've played with a lot of reels from Daiwa, from Abu to Shimano, everybody, you name it. You screw stuff together tightly, it becomes one. But for some reason, with that Bantam MGL, and if the Metanium is anything like it, it is without a doubt the most refined cranker at the price range. Sorry Daiwa, sorry Abu, sorry Luz, anything around that $250 to $400 range, the Bantam MGL just takes that in spades. So, really looking forward to this reel in 2020. I know it's a tough pill to swallow at $420, but with the package size, the weight, all the features and specs, this, my friends, could be a huge winner. And in my opinion, a much needed upgrade to the existing Metanium, which is it's a great reel, casts very well. I'm happy to see the aluminum brass gearing combination go away in favor of brass on brass. I'm looking forward to seeing how this casts in comparison, because it looks like the level wind isn't pushed as far out as the exiting Metanium. I have the DCs, I fished the MGLs. Nice reels altogether. Really excited about this one.